Alright, g'day again. Only been probably less than half hour since I made the last video. Hasn't even finished uploading yet. It's funny how a 10-minute video can take over an hour to upload. Anyway, I decided to make another one because I wanted to show the actual process of joining these guards. I'm just standing back here at the moment. I'm just comparing the two, trying to get sort of straight in line with it, because it'll change. Like, you walk over the side, it changes the perspective of it. Same when you walk this side. So try and get in the middle, stand back as far as you can. Like I'm up against the wall here at the moment. And I think I've got them pretty even. Pretty happy with that, really. Anyway, it's a bit of a process involved in joining this. I had this issue with the other one. Actually, I'll show you on the other one. There's parts of this probably have to still be cut. There's still one or two high spots which won't knock down because they've got too much panel. I'm going to have to put relief cuts. I'm going to have to cut through some of the welds in a couple of spaces. Just there's another high spot there, just so that I can drop it down. But so I started with this measurement here. See, I wanted to get like in the same position, like didn't want this one to be back further or forward further than the other one. So I said, the only point that I have to measure from is this original hole, the toe light hole. So and that's the finished length of the guard according to the other side. So I've done that by measurement, clamped it, put a tack on it. And also, it was 50mm from there to there. So I tacked it on that underside bit as well, so that would move. And then I got it sort of positioned in here, and then I'm wondering why it's not sitting down in the arch properly. And I remembered that these pieces are reverse of the other side. What I should have actually done here is, instead of measured the distance from here to here and cut the pipe, but instead of welding it on the inside, I should have welded it on this side. Or, you know what I mean, like sticking out from the other side. So that when I turned it round, the actual arch bit's the same. Because, see, this part here on the other side was at the back of the guard. This bit was at the front. And anyway, it's still meeting in the centre here, so we're basically still at the right height. So I'm not that concerned about it, but as I said, I actually welded a brace. Should have welded a brace on this side, so that the arch itself is the same as how I had it positioned. I've got a clamp on here because as I'm pushing this down, it's pushing it out. I was hoping to cut away the underside bits where I put all these cuts in it, but I don't know. I sort of don't think I'm going to be able to do that too much. Or even if I use this overlap and cut away the underside, I'm still going to have to put cuts in it. It's too much metal. It's not going to push down. But anyway, get to that when I get to that. At the moment, I'm doing the top. This is the main point I wanted to show. Is when they meet, they're arching. See, they're up on a V like this. And yeah, so you put it down, you put a tack, you cut it. You cut on the edge of one through the other one, the one that's underneath. And you tack it, and then, but you try and knock it down, even with the dolly underneath it. You can't sort of knock it down too far. It just keeps springing back up. It doesn't stay in place. So you got to hold it down. You got to tack it so that you can hammer it down, and as soon as you hammer it down, it starts overlapping again. So then you got to cut it again. You've got to keep doing it. Like you see this points here. See how high they are. These were lower than here and here when I tacked them. But in the process of pulling this down, so this is getting pretty close now. But in the process of pulling this down, these have pushed in and pushed up. See, so yeah, I'm going to have to now, well, I won't cut both of them to start with, but I'll cut that one. Yeah. I'll cut that one down, push it down, put another tack here, and then I'll have to, so this is already starting to overlap. I'll have to cut it again. And the same up here. This is not quite as bad. This is actually fairly rounded. It's not that arched. So, yeah. Because when you get down here, you got the opposite problem. This is pretty much right, the outer piece. The inner piece is curled in way too far. And I'm yet to see whether I can actually bring that up. Should be able to. I mean, that bit will have to come in, possibly. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, as I said, I don't want that pulling in any further, so I'll leave that tack there until I've got the rest of it. But yeah, it looks like it'll pull up. So you pull it up and you tack it, and then the spring in that will pull this one back in as well. So yeah, you got to keep sort of manipulating it as you go, and keep going over it and over it and over it. Yeah, as I said, up here it's actually meeting quite well. I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue up here. And, yeah. Anyway, leave it short. Because this too, getting this in position, I should actually cut the excess off that now, because this here is, yeah, helping to prevent this from coming into shape. Yeah, so yeah, as soon as you know your exact lengths and things, yeah, cut your excess off. So I'm going to do that now, because it just sort of helps. All like on all these curved panels, it's the more of it there is, the harder it is to twist it. Yeah, no, this has got too much arch, so. And I won't do that just yet. I'll get it tacked to about here, and then I'll cut that, because as soon as I try and straighten that, it will push the whole thing out. So yeah, so I'll get it tacked down here somewhere. I'll hammer that up to meet this one. Yeah, get down to about here somewhere before I cut that. Anyway, continue on to it. I just thought that was sort of worth showing, worth making yet another video. So yeah, I'm gonna have to learn to edit. I've got like at least 3 or 4 projects now that need to be edited into one video, and start to finish. Anyway, thanks for watching again. Bye.